Good evening. This is the Lion of Legend, and welcome to Rizz the Wolf. Looks like we got a parody game for the kid at the back made by the same dev, just in time for April Fool's Day. What's your name, Lion? It's that time of the year again. Motherfucking Valentine's Day. The day you dreaded the most. Your classroom is filled with multiple decorations to commemorate the holiday, with paper hearts plastered on the blackboard and some baby angels symbolizing Cupid stuck on the doorframe. You hate Valentine's Day. But you also love it. You don't know why you feel happy despite hating the holiday. Maybe it's because of the adrenaline. Is it because of the amounts of poor saps who get rejected and you just get to laugh at them? Or is it from the discontinued chocolate bars you can buy? Or maybe you're indecisive and don't know how to feel about the occasion. Ogami, you raise your hand, yes? Obviously, you dumb fool. Sir, I noticed a small mistake in your philosophy. I would like to correct your statement, if you so let me. Oh ho, so you're doubting me. Fine. Prove yourself at the front and convince me. You won't be able to hear me if I stand here anyway, asswipe. Of course. You feel around for the envelope within your backpack. Good. It's still there. Feeling the smooth surface of the piece of paper, you let out a sigh as you return your attention back towards the front. Subaru Ogami. Or as some of his friends who would like to call him, Gio. And he's a fucking enigma. You don't know when this tiny crush of yours towards him started, and how bad it has gotten throughout the years, but one thing's for sure. You are getting his fine ass one way or another. Hey, look at your little soon-to-be boyfriend yapping his mouth off at the front. You turn to glare at your friend. Let's call them... Oh, I get a friend's name. What should my friend's name be? I don't know why this name came to mind, but we're just gonna call said friend Light. Seriously, could you be any more obvious? On the day of love, too. Ain't you a romantic? Oh my god, shut up. My Pookie's talking. A finger over your lips as you shushed your friend. They roll their eyes as they shrug their shoulders. Well, I don't really care much about the guy. But since you're trying another shot this year, what are your plans this time, genius? Giving Light a playful smirk, you run your fingers across the smooth surface of the envelope and presented it towards them. They gave you an amused look. What? Seriously? A typical love letter? This one is better than last year, promise. I'm not saying that the letter is a bad idea. Actually, no, it is a bad idea. Gio doesn't read the letters, and you know exactly what he does with it. You know exactly what he does to those letters. You often wonder how he's allowed to even burn things. Well, as long as it's in the gardens, then the school staff probably doesn't give three flying fucks that there's smoke coming from the back of the school. Or maybe they're too scared to deal with a 21-year-old who can slit their throats in one swing. Either way, you better think of something better than an old letter. This ain't the 1700s. Hey now, love letters are still sweet, you know? Traditional gift-giving is still relevant in this day and age. And in this day and age, chocolate and flowers are expensive as hell. And did you use scented paper on the letter? I just sprayed some perfume on it. Perfume that you stole from me, mind you. I simply borrowed from you. Either way, this is going to be your 3rd year of giving him a letter. And it always goes to absolute shit. Always. How about trying something else? Or, give up. Alright, let's make some save points. Let's stick to the original plan. Nah, I think I'll go for my original plan. Light shrugs at your persistence. Suit yourself. Though, don't say I didn't warn you and see you come crying to me. The school bell eventually rang, signaling the end of class, some packing up their things while some stayed. One of them was none other than the lone wolf, Geo. Now's my chance. Carefully holding on to the envelope, you make your way towards Geo's seat. Be still, my beating heart. Why does he look so dreamy from here? Are you just going to stand there and ogle, or are you going to talk to me? If you want to stare, do it another time. I have a paper to finish. I actually want to give you something. If it's another Valentine's Day letter, hand it over. Huh? Well, do you have it? If not, then leave. You're wasting my time. Ah, there it is. His harsh demeanor. Can you stop ogling? So, let's see. We'll stop. Snapping out of your thoughts, you handed out the envelope towards him. This is for you. I've worked hard on this just for you. What? Before you could let him finish, you made your way outside of the classroom, slamming the door as you did. I actually did it. I gave it to him. This is the greatest achievement of my life. Wait. I forgot to get my things in the classroom. I should text Light to get my things. See you tomorrow, Lion. Waving Light goodbye, you make your way to the school's exit gate, a little skip in your steps from the events that occurred today. You couldn't help but daydream what would be the lone wolf's reaction once he reads your letter. You put your whole heart and soul into writing that letter. Scented paper with your own blood as ink to let him know that it's literally from your heart. What? You remember the way you stabbed the tip of the pen's nib and sucking the life out of your blood vessel. Obviously, all of that is not true. Oh, thank God. If you actually did all that, you'd be seeing the hospital sooner than you'd imagine. But are you crazy enough to do that? Oh my goodness. Yeah, absolutely. Get some help. Making your way towards the bus stop, you look up at the sky, the sun's setting colors painting the clouds orange and yellow. It looks really amazing. Kind of reminds you of the color of flames. Seriously, which motherfucker decided it was okay to burn leaves in a nearby alleyway? You hold your nose, making your way towards the alleyway. The setting sun didn't shed too much light on the dark and narrow alleyway. The smoke coming from it wasn't helping either. Seriously, I thought this shit isn't allowed. As you were about to peek in, you're abruptly cut off by a tall figure's torso, nearly colliding with your face. You're still here. It was Geo. Fucking shit, bro, he smells like the smoke. It's probably because he's hot as hell. I'm leaving. No, wait. He didn't spare you a single glance before a nearby limousine came out of literal nowhere. One of the car's windows rolls down, showing a man with an eye patch over his left eye, his expression looking tired as ever. He just stares at Gio, and the said male merely scratched the back of his head, then proceeding to open the car door and hopping in. And there he goes. Wait, he came from the alleyway, right? Does that mean... Finally remembering your original plan, you ran towards one of the bins, the remnants of smoke still lingering in the air. You looked down, not even dare attempting to rummage through it. I mean, obviously, you'll burn yourself. And at the corner of your eye, you spot the ever so familiar shred of pink. That's your letter. You feel your heart shatter. You know you should be used to it by now, considering the past few years' attempts. But damn, he's a tough cookie. Welp, better luck next time. End. Burned letter. Alright, so as far as I am aware, there are a lot of endings, so let's get to work. We'll think of something else. Fine, I'll ditch the letter idea. Wow, for once you actually listened. What is that supposed to mean? Nothing. Either way, if you're gonna ditch that letter, what's your other plan then? That's the one thing you actually didn't think about, actually. You wanted to say that, but you didn't want to look like an idiot already as you are right now. I can think of something after this. Just you wait. Well, you are, but it seems like your lover boy isn't. Light points towards the room's door. You turn your head to see Gio making his way outside. You didn't even realize half of the student body left the classroom, the hallway filled with chatter, while the clock's hands are pointed towards 12, indicating lunchtime. Fuck. He's gonna get bombarded with fangirls and other people. I can't afford to let competition get in my way. Not wasting any more time, you dashed out of the classroom. The moment you stepped into the cafeteria, you were greeted with a mixture of stale food, students' sweaty odor, and cleaning products. Obviously, it wasn't a great smell to be greeted with. But that's not the main point as to why you were here. You're here to impress the boy of your dreams. Now to just find him. Usually, you would drag Light into your little hunt for the lone wolf. However, they're being shackled by the hands of research, so you're left alone in the sea of tired and sweaty college students. God, he's so dreamy. I know, right? Too bad he's around that loud jock. How lucky he is hanging around the Ogami Subaru. Well, that didn't take too much effort. Local loud fangirls aren't even going to hide the fact that they know where he is located and who he is with. Like you're any better. But since you decided to ditch your old plan of handing him a traditional love letter, you will need to think of something else. Oh, so many choices. Let's just confess to him. Sure, why not? You have nothing else to lose, and it's not like you have anything to offer. Unless he's fine taking you as yourself. But no, you must impress him. You must leave an impactful impression so that he will bother to remember you. One step at a time. You can hear your heart beating faster and faster the closer you approach Gio's table. He's currently in a conversation with the jock beside him, his expression bored as ever as he chews on his sandwich. You're getting drunk from the scent of his sandwich mixed with the tiled floor's chemicals. You want to throw up. What? Whoa there, you look green. Do you need to go to the clinic? The clinic? No, you don't need to go there. You're close to your target. His eyes are on you now. You just need to spit out the words you want to say. The words you need to say. Whoa. Okay. Someone grab him up. Gio, are you okay? How dare you dirty Subaru-kun's hoodie like that? Did you seriously just throw up? So much for being confident. Ugh. You. I'm giving you one last chance to either run or apologize. Spit it out. Holy moly. This is a great time to ask you to be my Valentine. Is that it? Huh? The obvious irritation on his face grew increasingly stern. Your breakfast all over his hoodie was now an afterthought as he leaned closer to your face. You want my answer so bad, don't you? Let me make this clear to you, peasant. I don't feel the same. The feelings I have right now are disgust, anger, and irritation. And I'm giving you 10 more seconds to run. You kind of stopped listening to him on the I don't feel the same part. Your heart aches when he says those words, numbing your heart. You didn't even realize he was slowly counting down. You feel a nudge on your elbow, then a poke, then a jab. Ow, bitch! Who the fuck is interrupting you while you're busy feeling like absolute shit right now? You meet your eyes with the jock who was accompanying Gio, his eyes filled with concern and fear. But mostly fear. He had a mop on his right hand, and his grip on it was a bit hard. One thing's for sure though. He's telling you to run. Before you knew it, you were hurled away by the jock, throwing you out and giving you a head start on your sprint. You did not care about the number of looks thrown at you. Gio probably had it worse. But one thing's for sure. Gio hates you now, and the whole school body knows about it. End. Rejected. Let's go back here and just, we're gonna go through these other options. Quickly apologize. What the fuck? Did you actually throw up on his hoodie in front of everyone in the cafeteria? Yes, you did. Idiot. You don't need my stupid voice of the narrator to remind you how much you fucked up. You bowed and went down on your knees, holding onto your stomach as you did so, as you tried your best not to throw up again. Just then, you feel a hand on your shoulder and peek at who it is. It was the jock, and on one hand is a mop. He eyes you with a bit of concern on his face. He said nothing but helped you stand your ground. I think you need to head towards the clinic. Don't worry, I already called a teacher to help you out. He said with a soft tone in his voice as if trying to help you relax during your predicament. You haven't even apologized yet, but this jock is already pushing you out. But then he leans in close to your ear, his previous calming and sweet demeanor gone, and is now replaced with dread. Make a run for it. He lifts you by your elbow, then nudges you away towards the cafeteria's exit. Gio, my man, let's get you cleaned up, huh? Good thing you always pack up extra clothes. The blue-haired male diverts his attention from your departing frame to his tall best friend, the irritated flame in his eyes now extinguished as he sighs. You scratch the back of your head. All of your attempts in trying to grab the lone wolf's heart for Valentine's has all gone to absolute shit. You were considering giving up and would try again next year. See you tomorrow. Your ears perked. You never turned your head so fast, you thought you were going to break your neck while doing so. His voice caught your attention just like the sirens lure pirates in the sea. There by the exit gate was none other than Gio, and with him was the all-too-familiar jock right next to him. Oh, how fate works, for it has given you one more chance to talk to him. The day has yet to end. What will you do? Let's take our chance. You took your chance. The day has yet to end, you thought, and despite all of the previous failed attempts, you're not letting yourself be affected by unfortunate events. There is time to fix all of it. Gio, wait. You call out to him, seeing how he was about to cross the street, Thankfully, your voice was loud enough for him to notice you. He stops to turn to where your voice was, a bored look on his face, and he probably was already used to people calling out to him all the time throughout the day today. It's you again. Again, leave me if you have nothing better to do. Just as he was about to turn on his heel, you took a deep breath, clenching the front of your uniform where your heart was. You can feel the rapid thumps of your heart, nervousness coursing through your body, sending shivers down your spine. You feel like throwing up again. I like you. Please be my Valentine. I have nothing else to give. There is no means to impress you, other than my words. I have nothing else but my feelings to give to you. So please, hear me out. Gio remains still, his hands in his hoodie pockets, keeping his solemn expression. He looks you up and down, and you aren't sure if he's judging you or curious about you. But one thing's for sure, you've caught his interest, even if it's just for a moment. You took it as an opportunity to continue. I have admired you ever since freshman year. How you carried yourself to perfection, kept your grades up, and never seemed to falter no matter what obstacles thrown at you. You're so perfect in every way possible. I couldn't help but admire you. I like you. Please be my Valentine, even if it's just for today. You let out a huge breath. The rapid beating of your heartbeat grew faster and faster, and you swore you felt like you were about to pass out at any time possible. Usually, this is the part where you'd expect that the male lead would say, I like you too. But his silence did not help. His gaze was still fixated on you. Gio's previous bored expression was replaced with one of concern, troubled even. The cool autumn breeze passed by, causing his long hair to flow along with it, the setting sun giving him an ethereal look, the scene reminding you of those drama shows you've seen on television. You think I'm perfect? He lets out a dry laugh. What do you know about perfection, lion? The tone in his voice lowered, his brows furrowed from concern to irritation. For a moment, you thought he looked sad. To you or himself, you weren't sure. You don't know anything about me, lion. Let me ask you something, lion. If you think I'm perfect, do you see me as a god? Holy moly, this is getting intense. Sure. Yes, I see you as a god. More than a deity. I would worship the very ground your steps take. You let your mouth run. Yes, this is how you truly feel about him. He is perfection. He is supreme. You would let him do anything to you and accept it like a blessing. Gio recoiled in pure disgust. You're not any better. Let me make things clear. I don't like you, lion. You feel your heart going up to your throat. His words immodestly silence you. Be thankful that I bothered to learn your name just because we're classmates. But I hate people like you. What you feel towards me is not real admiration. It's idolization. You don't admire me for my true self. The more he talks, the more you can feel his aura growing darker and darker. You want to retort. You want to tell him that everything that he's saying is not true. Are they? Besides, when did this become so dark all of a sudden? This is supposed to be a gag game. You hear something? No? Just then, a large black car came, and one of the car's windows rolled down, revealing a man with an eye patch. He looks dangerous, but his appearance did not faze Gio. Gio lets out a tired sigh. Wait, you refuse to let him go just yet. Didn't my words get in your stupid brain? I hate you. I despise people like you. I don't want to be your Valentine. Now leave. And with that, he slams the door to the car closed, the black vehicle disappearing from your sight. You weren't sure if you wanted to cry or throw up. Probably both. But one thing's for sure, you lost, and your heart's forever broken. End. Ultimate rejection. Ouch. Better luck next time. Alright, we're not gonna see him as God. No, I don't see you as a god. And yet, from how you act, the way you worship me, the unending devotion, I find it disgusting. Stop lying. Let me make things clear. I don't like you, lion. Okay, so that was actually just the same ending, so let's go find another one. So we're gonna just forget about it. You thought about the events that happened within the day. Your occasional failures and humiliation felt like a slap across your face. You don't know which one hurt the most, the slap or your heartbreaking, knowing you have no chance with Subaru. It's time to call it quits, Lion. Who knows? You might have better chances for next year. And alone. Next year will be better, you hope. Alright, so we're gonna run away here. Your stomach hurts so bad, you need to get the fuck out of here. Excuse me? Not even bothering to give Gio an ounce of your attention, you quickly shoved your way out of the crowd. You can vaguely hear his friend calling out to you, but fall on deaf ears as you push through the sea of students toward the exit. You scratch the back of your head. All of your attempts in trying to grab the lone wolf's heart for Valentine's has all gone to absolute shit. You were considering giving up and would try again next year. See you tomorrow. Your ears perked. Okay, so that was also the same ending as the ultimate rejection route. We're gonna have to go back a little bit more, it seems. Let's buy Gio a bouquet. You vaguely remember that the school's gardening club has a stall selling flowers for Valentine's Day. You can buy a bouquet and give it to him after classes. Yeah, that might be a good idea. For now, you'll just look at him from afar and watch him eat his lunch. Too bad there's a jock blocking your vision, but that doesn't matter. As long as you're breathing in the same air as him, then everything's alright. Save for the foul smell of bleach. Seriously, they should take it easy on the cleaning products. With the bouquet in your hands, you nervously left the school's building. Clenching onto the neatly wrapped bouquet, you earnestly shift your eyes left and right, scanning through the crowd of students, hoping to see the familiar navy blue hair of the boy of your dreams. Sorry, I don't need more of these things. But leave. Just like a moth to the flame, your eyes perked upon hearing Gio's familiar voice. His friend is with him during lunch, witnessing another poor sap rejected on this fateful day of love. Not you, though. You came in prepared with your wonderful gift. Gio? You call out to him before he could even turn. Well, he was about to ignore you if it weren't for his friend abruptly stopping him by putting a hand on his shoulder. Seems like you caught his friend's attention, rather than Gio himself. Whoa man, hold it there. You can't just ignore someone who called out to you. This is already enough time wasted. I want to go home. Hey, maybe this person will be better than the last. Who knows? Gio gives his friend a glare, and the fellow merely gives him a smile and a thumbs up before leaving the scene. Maybe his friend isn't as bad as people think they are. You were too distracted by their exchange that you forgot you're talking to Gio Ogami himself. Yes? Make it quick. I want to give you this. You handed out your gift to him. He said nothing, taking your gift with one hand. Thanks. I also want to say that I like you. Huh? I like you very much. I've admired you for so long. You're tall and handsome, and I look up to you. You're talented, and I don't care what anybody else thinks. You're not some heartless person. I just know somewhere deep in your heart that you are a sincere and nice person." For a moment, he was quiet. The bouquet in his arms threatened to slip, but he kept his hold. His eyes kept their hold on you, but not directed toward you, as if he's looking in a different direction. Gio takes a deep breath, then takes on a stern look. The hold on his gift is now tight, nearly crushing. "I don't know what gave you the idea of perfection, but me being one is not. You have no idea what's going on. You like the idea of me, don't you?" He takes a step back, then threw your bouquet on the ground, the gift now ruined and scattered in messy bits. "And I don't know who gave you the idea of me being a nice person either. I'm not going to fulfill your desires like some petty fool. I hate Valentine's Day, and I hate you." With one last glare, he turns on his heel and walks away, leaving you in absolute shock. He spoke to me. Yeah, did none of the things he said go through your head? That doesn't matter. He talked to me with more than 2 sentences. This is a whole new record. I knew the gift was going to work. You laugh out loud. The feeling of your heart's pumping from your chest was wild, and the heat in your face never left. This year is just proof of progress. Next year, you can smell success. Just you wait, Subaru Ogami. For I am not done with you just yet. Yeah, you definitely lost your mind. But since you're happy with the result, I wouldn't bother scolding you. End. Rejected. But you still won, so does it really matter? Okay, we'll buy him chocolates. You vaguely remember the school having a small stall selling chocolates right by the school's entrance. Maybe you can buy some once school's over. For now, you'll just look at him from afar and watch him eat his lunch. Too bad there's that jock blocking your vision. But that doesn't matter. As long as you're breathing in the same air as him, then everything's alright. Save for the foul smell of bleach. Seriously, they should take it easy on the cleaning products. With the chocolates in your hands, you nervously left the school's building. Clenching onto the velvet box, you earnestly shift your eyes left and right, scanning through the crowd of students, hoping to see the familiar navy blue hair of the boy of your dreams. Okay, so the chocolates is the same thing. It's fine. Join him for lunch. We're going with the bolder approach. It's not as bad as the first idea. It's still stupid, but not much of a bad idea. You lined up with the rest of the students, buying lunch while keeping your eye on Gio, his attention still on his friend. You can't tell if he's listening to his companion, but he looks bored. You eventually got your tray filled with your choice of food. You honestly didn't pay too much attention to what you got, as long as it seemed you were trying to buy something. You scanned the area. Half of the cafeteria is now filled with students eating. Spotting Gio, you made your way towards him. Gio and his companion are in a deep conversation, but mostly it was the jock running his mouth on and on with the navy blue-haired male, simply letting his words pass through one ear to the other. You swallowed your nervousness, steadying your hold on your tray. His companion eventually took notice of your lone figure standing still, because the next thing he did was give you a big wave. This caused Gio to raise a brow and turn his attention towards you. You feel your heart drop down to your stomach, forming into butterflies. Hey there, you need a seat? You can join us if you want. Are you serious? We don't even know this person. Come on now, bro. They look so pitiful just standing there. Like a lost puppy. Plus, I can't be the only one yapping my mouth here. I know you're not listening to me anyway. That seemed to shut Gio's mouth, for he did not protest, simply giving the jock a groan and then a glare. You took this chance to sit across from them. So, you got a name? It's Lion. Lion, nice to meet you. I'm Daryl, and this guy right here is Subaru. The jock meets you with a wide smile while patting Gio's shoulder, introducing you to him as if you weren't already aware of Gio's existence. How about you, Lion? Which class are you from? Oh, I'm from Class D, Ethics and Psychology. For real? Guess that you and good old Gio here have similar classes. Hey, you never told me you're classmates with Lion. It's none of your business. And stop nudging me, I'm eating. Whoa, sorry about that. Hey, you got a stray rice in your face. Don't fucking touch me. What? What is this scene before you? They look so intimate. The way Daryl's large hands wrap around Gio's shoulder, the other hand wiping the stray rice located on the corner of his plump lips. His face red from embarrassment as he stubbornly struggles away from the jock's strong hold. This almost feels like it came out of a BL drama series you binged the night before. No way. No fucking way. This cannot be. What's wrong, Lion? You look like you've seen a ghost. Nothing. I'm just surprised at how close you both are. You let out the driest laugh. Drier than the Sahara Desert. Deep in your heart, you can feel something burning within. Oh, we go way back, don't we? Let me eat in peace. And the jock, clueless and aloof, missed the way you were sending him glares. How come he manages to be so close with Gio, the one and only Subaru Ogami? What are his secrets? Or is Gio secretly into stupid jocks? Lunchtime eventually ended, and you didn't get to enjoy your food for the rest of lunchtime, for your mind was elsewhere, still processing the unusual dynamic between the two males. And every time you think back on their intimate interactions, you can feel anger, jealousy. You need to get to the bottom of this. You need to know if Daryl's a potential rival. Okay, let's fast forward here. Ooh, confront him. That's different. You have questions on what happened during lunch. You need questions. You want to know if you need questions. You need answers? You want to know if you have a potential rival in the way of your goal towards his heart. You need answers? You hastily make your way towards Gio, your shoulders shaking the closer you get to him. Without warning, you grabbed hold of his shoulder, and the next thing you knew, you were on the ground, your arm behind your back, while the other was threatened to be bent. Wait. State your business. Please let me go. From your pathetic pleading, Gio lets go of your arm, not bothering to help you get up. You've only heard of his fast reflexes, but never experienced it firsthand. Not gonna lie, it was kinda hot. Wait, you're not here to ogle again. Gio? God, pipe down. Are you in a relationship? Once those words came out of your mouth, you felt like crying. The thought alone was enough to break your heart into a million pieces. Gio's expression went from a confused look to an embarrassed one, his cheeks tinted red as it slowly seeps through his ears. Huh? Daryl, was it? Huh? His face turns even redder. Lion, you're so cooked. He never blushed this wildly. I knew it. Are you into jocks? Do you like athletic people? I can be athletic. Or do you like how loud he is? I can be loud. You were too lost in your little breakdown. Gio was so stunned that he couldn't tell which emotion was stronger, irritation or embarrassment. Should he slap you across your face and explain that this is all a misunderstanding? It may be a good idea to leave the scene slowly. Yeah, while you're still whining. A familiar voice cut through him before Gio could even step back. He felt his heart race. He noticed that you also stopped breaking down. Gio knows he is about to have a massive headache next. Hey Gio, you forgot your backpack. Jeez, if Brittany didn't tell me to get you, you'd probably have a hard time finishing your homework with all of your notes. You. Crap. Me? How do you do it? Do what? Stop playing dumb with me. Or is that your way of actually wooing? Huh? Let's go. Without warning, Gio took Daryl's elbow and dragged him out of the scene, their figures quickly disappearing into the sidewalk, leaving you in shock. You can hardly believe what just happened. Gio didn't even hesitate to grab hold of the jock before running off, like forbidden lovers. You're so cooked. You'll be third-wheeling them for the rest of the school year. Maybe for the rest of your soon-to-be single college life. End third wheel. Alright, let's give up. You know what? You're right. Huh? You looked down at the love letter in your hands before ripping it in half, proceeding to tear it into pieces. Your friend stared at you like you were some madman. What? Just like that? You're actually going to give up just like that? I mean, I wasn't pressuring you to actually give up. Yes, I am giving up. You slowly turn your head towards light. I've been looking at the wrong person this whole time. Huh? Whoa. Hold it right there. Don't run away from my love. Am I free? One down, a tons more to go off my back. End Bromance with your bro. Alright, we'll keep ogling. You were too distracted by this man's beautiful complexion that you failed to notice his glare. But heck, who cares? He's hot when he's mad. He's standing up. Oh, you nearly forgot how tall he is. He's looking down at you. He leans closer. Is he going to do what I think he's going to do? This might be my only chance. Quickly, Lion, close your eyes, lean forward. You feel Gio's large hands wrapping around your waist as he slowly lifts you up. Huh? Get out. Did he just kick me out? You feel a slight vibration within your pockets. You take out your phone, a small message from no other than Light. Heh. Tisk, cocky bitch. My letter, I should... Yeah, there he is. Quick before he leaves. Fuck. Wait, Gio. From the other end of the classroom door was Gio. So, did he slam the door on your face for dramatic effect? Maybe. But none of that matters at the situation at hand, as Gio quickly went on a sprint, leaving the classroom door open, Light poking their head out to see what the commotion was about. Oh shit, it's the fangirls again. Hey, Lion, better start running. Is the ground shaking? Subaru, wait for me. I promise this year is better. Move aside, punk, he's mine. A crowd of fans came running towards your direction and towards to where Gio took off. You better move aside, unless you want to end up being roadkill. Wait. Before you could even start questioning where this voice in your head was coming from, you were bombarded with a crowd of Gio's fangirls trampling you over. And the next thing you knew, you blacked out. So, judging from your condition right now, it did not go as you'd hope it would be, huh? Well, better luck next time, Lion. Now for your hospital bill, on the other hand. Ugh. Thankfully, I managed to survive that fangirl stampede. Light just overreacting about the hospital bill. The hospital bill in question is lunch on you for tomorrow after your beloved Light helped carrying you to the school clinic. And thankfully, you still had time to make it for lunch. You could have asked Light to send you lunch, but that's added to their unknown charges. With that out of the way, you make your way towards the school's cafeteria. The moment you stepped in the cafeteria, you were greeted with a mixture of stale food, students' sweaty odor, and cleaning products. Okay, we can skip ahead here. And to add eye to the candy, the pretty boy Ichibod is with him too. Oh, Crow is here. Ichibod? Where's the usual jock that he is with? Probably ended up getting scolded by his coach or something. Well, that didn't take too much effort. Local loud fangirls aren't even going to hide the fact that they know where he is located and who he is with. Alright, let's go forward. So I wonder... Alright, now the conversation seems to be it's going to be Geo and Crow, and not Geo and Daryl. He and his brown-haired companion are in a deep conversation, but mostly Ichibod was the one talking. Geo was simply listening. You swallowed your nervousness, steadying your hold on your tray. Alright, we're going to move forward. Do you need a seat? You're free to join us. Seriously, we don't even know this person. Come on now, Geo. It won't hurt inviting someone else new. Plus, the others are busy and can't join us. Geo groans at Ichibod's words, rolling his eyes, but did not protest. Crow gives you a smile and offers you a seat across them. You shift a bit on your seat, feeling your heart beating faster. You can also clearly feel a few glares shooting behind your back. But if you were in their place, you'd understand completely. Across from you are two of the most gorgeous men in this school. They both look like they can be from the higher class, the way both Geo and Ichibod carry themselves, along with how they act and talk. You sometimes wonder how they ended up in the lower class. Are you alright? You haven't touched your food. Is the cafeteria's food really not that great? Why don't you try out for yourself? Geo speaks up, half surprising you, knowing he isn't usually the one to initiate talk with anyone. Ichibod proceeds to scoop up a piece of rice on his plate, trying out the cafeteria's food. He lets out a hum, his eyebrows furrowed, processing the flavor that passed through his mouth. Could use more seasoning. I don't usually buy lunch here, so this is quite an experience for me. Hey, you got some on your face. Huh? Geo takes a handkerchief out from one of his pockets, and without even thinking, he wipes a stray piece of carrot away from Ichibod's face. Oh, thank you, Geo. Though you didn't need to do all that, alright? Realizing what he just did, Geo's ears turned red, and he quickly looked away from his friend while gripping his handkerchief. Sorry, force of habit. Force of habit? That's alright. I know you care. He cares? Hold on just a second. Ichibod's soft look towards Geo. The way Geo's demeanor completely changed to something so soft. Their closeness nearly reminds you of the BL drama series you watched the night before. No, this couldn't be. Could it? Oh, I'm sorry. I nearly forgot you're here before us. I apologize. But if you aren't enjoying the school's cafeteria food, I'll try to do something about it. You didn't even care to listen to what this man was saying. You're too distracted looking at Geo in absolute shock to process what's happening around you. Geo's posture relaxed, his expression soft, and not in its usual glare. You slowly turn your head to look at Ichiban. He continues with his lunch, not seeming to mind you anymore. How could you compete with someone like Ichiban? This cannot be. You need to know. You need to know if Ichiban's a potential rival. Lunchtime eventually ended, and you didn't get to enjoy your food for the rest of lunchtime, for your mind was elsewhere, still processing the unusual dynamic between the two males. And every time you think back on their intimate interactions, you can feel anger, dread with a mix of jealousy. You need to get to the bottom of this. You need to know if Ichiban's a potential rival. Alright, we're gonna skip ahead. There, by the exit, was none other than Gio, and with him was the school's vice president, Ichiban. Oh, how fate works, for it has given you one more chance to talk to him. The day is yet to end. What will you do? Confront him. You have questions on what happened during lunch. You need questions, or answers. You want to know if you have a potential rival in the way of your goal towards his heart. You feel your feet turning cold. Your heart is beating fast, not from nervousness, but from dread. For once, you understood how other people felt when they say Gio scares them. Just as you were about to take one step closer to Gio, another figure came behind him. It was Ichiban. This stopped you in your tracks. Snapping out of your thoughts, you quickly hid behind the nearest wall, taking a small peek to watch the scene unfold. You could hear nothing, but you can absolutely see the way Gio's face softened upon meeting with Ichiban. Within the other male's hands is Gio's backpack. You're assuming that he probably forgot about it, and Ichiban went to retrieve it for him. That's enough. You've seen enough. Ichiban is not some normal rival. He already won. And now, you're stuck with having this broken heart for the rest of the school year. Heck, probably for the rest of your remaining college life. End. Winner. The Prince Charming wins again. Okay, so following the route with Ichiban, I'm gonna take my chance here. You took your chance. You make your way towards him. Your presence has yet to be known as he crosses the street where a black vehicle waits for him. Wait, stop! You reached out to him, hoping to make it towards him on time. At first, you only felt numbness, almost as if you were losing hold of your physical form. Then came in pain, undescribable pain coursing through your body. It almost felt as if you got hit by a truck. Then your vision went black. You feel warm hands wrapped around you. The pain that blasted throughout just a moment ago was now replaced with gentle pats. You hear sirens. Slowly opening your eyes, you are now within someone's arms. You look up, and you swear you thought you were dreaming because right before your eyes was none other than Gio himself. But something seems off. He looks bigger. He kept petting you like you're some sort of cat. You reach out only to be met with a black paw. Huh? Huh? What's wrong? Do you feel any pain? What is that tone? Oh, why does he sound so sweet? It feels so surreal. Is he actually concerned about you? His focus switched to the scene before him. Now that you realize it, didn't you get hit by a truck? Moving around in his arms, you turn around. You kind of wished you didn't, because what lies before you is your own lifeless body, blood pooling around your corpse, half of your head crushed. An ambulance right next to you as paramedics came in to retrieve your body while a man, you're assuming is Gio's driver, explains the situation. If you could throw up right now, you would, but that's probably hard as a cat, and you clearly didn't want to throw up on Gio. Well, it's a good thing I managed to catch you, little guy. Otherwise, you would have ended up like this poor sap. Does this imply that he would rather save a random-ass cat rather than a human being, let alone you? You have no idea. Well, I've gotta go now. Wait, he's putting you down. Ain't this a good opportunity for you? Take your goddamn chance. You cling onto his hoodie, your claws not letting go of the fabric no matter how much he pulled. No, I can't bring you with me. My father's going to murder me. You whined. Well, more like meowed, so loud Gio started shushing you like a parent to their noisy kid. A moment passed, and then he let out a sigh. With you still in his arms, he picks you up, and then takes you in with him in the limousine. Another one. Shut it. The eye-patched man rolls his eye, used to the wolf's harsh attitude. This may be it. Yeah, you died back there. But turning into a cat right after, and Gio adopting you, isn't a bad idea either. Who knew? He actually has a soft spot for cats. You can finally feel loved by him. And this is a mission success. End. Pet. And all it took was to be a cat. Whoa, oh my goodness. That's a crazy ending description. Oh my goodness, holy moly. Alright. Okay, so now we are taking our chance, and Gio is going towards the limousine. You watch Gio cross the street towards a black limousine, and that's probably his driver here to pick him up. Wait, please. Gio unfortunately did not hear your pleas as he opened one of the car's doors. You're about to lose him, you have to hurry. Gio! You wake up with an abrupt start. With the hand over your chest, you can hear and feel the rapid beats of your heart, the adrenaline still kicking in. Taking slow breaths, you finally calm down to the point where you can check your surroundings. Something feels off. You know this is your classroom, your uniform, your whole belongings. But something about the whole classroom's vibe feels off. Actually, how did you end up back in the classroom anyway? Weren't you just outside the school? Did time turn back? No, that's impossible. Taking out your phone, you are about to message Light, only to be met with the face of someone so familiar, yet unfamiliar simultaneously. What? You know you're kind of a crackhead, that much you're aware of. Taking a few sneak pictures of Gio then and there. But this person in your wallpaper is Gio. Lion, you're not coming with us? Huh? You hear Gio's familiar voice, but a certain tone made you think you were hearing someone else. You looked up, and you swore you felt your heart shooting out of your chest, your stomach doing twists and knots. Before you is Gio. Well, you weren't sure if the person before you was the actual Gio. Instead of his everyday garmented hairstyle, he has his hair up, his usual scowl nowhere to be seen but rather a soft and innocent look on his face. His usual hoodie is now replaced with a white inner and a loose sweater. Lion, are you alright? Sorry, spaced out there. Do you have a fever? I can help you get to the clinic. New outfit, bright eyes, concerned about another person's well-being? Who is this person? If it's Gio, why is he so nice? Actually, why are you complaining that he's nice to you? This should feel like a dream. Maybe it is a dream. You weren't so sure either. Maybe you got hit by a truck and got transported to this new world. You sure have been spacing out a lot lately, Lion. Well, we better get going. The rest are waiting for us. End. New world. This is not your Gio. But hey, who are you to complain? Okay, so this time we went to go get Gio the chocolates, and we're following the crow route. Give this person a chance? I have no time for this, Ichibod. It's rude to ignore someone calling out to you. Maybe this won't be as bad as the last one. Gio gives his friend a glare, and the fellow merely gives him a smile and a thumbs up before leaving the scene. Maybe his friend isn't as bad as people think they are. You were too distracted by their exchange that you forgot you're talking to Gio Ogami himself. Yes. Okay, we're taking our chance here, and I think... Daryl is here. You reach out to Gio, calling out his name and hoping he could hear you from across the street. Unfortunately, he did not hear you as he got inside the car. The vehicle ran as soon as he got in. You slumped your shoulders, cursing yourself for not being at least a second early. Oh? Well. Another stray ignored by their master. Who the fuck was this motherfucker? Coming out of nowhere, too. How pitiful. Another poor sap left in the dumpster. This man, you're assuming probably a high class, mocks you with his two other companions. They're probably there to mock you. It's better to just ignore them. However, the student in the middle didn't seem to appreciate your ignorance. Hey, we're talking here, so you better listen up, peasant. He says with so much malice, grabbing your elbow and forcefully tugging you back, the force nearly making you trip. Why don't we teach this peasant a little lesson, shall we, boys? Hearing this, the two of the blonde's friends agreed in unison, the three sharing the same malicious intent within their smiles before manhandling you. You struggle in their hold as they take you away, dragging you towards the nearest dark alleyway where no one can see you. Hey, let go of me, you fucks! Search their pockets. There's gonna be at least some value out of this punk. Hey! Don't you dare touch me, you freaks! Shut the fuck up. Before one of the high-class students could even start digging through your pockets, you hear another voice coming from the alleyway's opening. You can hear the blonde swear under his breath, scratching the back of his neck. What a drag. Consider yourself lucky, peasant. With the snap of his fingers, the two students who were holding your arms forcefully let you go, pushing you down on the ground and hitting a few empty stray cans. The ringleader gave you one last look, not hiding the visible scowl on his face before leaving the scene. His steps were less in a frenzy than those of his companions. Hey, you alright? A new and unfamiliar figure made himself known to you. You can barely see his appearance due to the light against his figure. But you're guessing he is also a student. Rubbing your backside and trying to soothe out the painful collision between the concrete floor and your buttocks. The guy who saved you, Hugo, took you to a nearby cafe after helping you from the alleyway. Good thing I was able to get to you. Who knows what those guys would do to you? Do you usually go home alone? It's safer to be with a friend, especially with the rumored cases of missing people. You want to hit yourself in the head after just realizing this. You could have asked for Light to accompany you, but you probably forgot about that. Your entire day was occupied by Gio. You slump on the cafe's table, causing it to rattle, the silver spoon making noise upon colliding with the coffee mug. And with the reminder of Gio, you recalled what happened before your assault. Hugo was a bit surprised at your reaction, but did not question you. Well, whatever happened during your day, I'm not going to pry about it. I know a broken-hearted look when I see one. You didn't really pay any attention to him throughout your time in the cafe with him. He keeps talking about the cafe to himself more than to you. For the rest of the night, you spent it with Hugo as he talked your ear off until curfew. He was at least kind enough to book you a car home. Your Valentine's Day for this year is absolute shit. You never got to confess how you feel. Your plans have gone to absolute trash, and you'll probably get scolded by your parents and best friend. Well, At least your schoolmate Hugo improved your day slightly. You let out a long sigh. Time for you to go home. End night. At least there's someone who cares, right? Alright, we're taking a chance again. It seems like reading something else. You reach out towards him, refusing to give him a chance to take one step further. Stop! What? You mayhaps wouldn't have been too far with how forceful your tongue was. For the next moments, you and him were on the ground, your body lying on top of his. Gio lets out a pained groan, the collision making his body ache. What the hell do you want now? He remembers you? Oh, you were expecting him not to recognize you or feign ignorance of your entire existence. He just loves surprising you, doesn't he? Gio, please, give me one last chance. Get off me first, then I'll let you talk. Realizing this, you quickly get off him, fixing yourself as Gio stands up. Hands in his pockets, he waits for you to continue. Gio, please be my Valentine. I've gone through high and low for you. I admire you a lot, and I want to let you know that you're an amazing person to the point that I fell for you. I know I'm probably not your type. Heck, I don't even know your type anyway. But I hope that maybe I could be the one for you. So please consider me as a person and a potential lover. Gio merely stared at you for a few seconds, but every second felt like an hour. Can he be faster with his decisions? You feel like throwing up. Sure. What? You've gone all this way to get to me. The efforts you've just put to make it this far, correct? So, yes. Gio takes a step further towards you, taking your hands in his own. I will be your Valen. Just then, a sudden flash of light came out of nowhere, the blinding rays illuminating both you and Gio. What the fuck? What the hell? Is this the dev? Ogami prototype. You are not meant to be here. Fuck, she found me. A loud booming voice came from the source of the blinding lights. Gio's hold on you hardens. A figure of what seems to be a round cat-like creature emerged from the light. The light turned from a blinding white to green, and suddenly, you feel your feet slowly getting off the ground. Were you floating? Wait, why am I getting dragged into this? You'll never take me alive, fiend. Oh no, you won't. Gio struggles as he waves his arms and legs around, swimming in the air while his whole body is floating up in the sky. The light now not carrying your body, but you watch as Gio was slowly getting dragged into what seems to be an alien spaceship. What the fuck? Should you call the authorities? No need, they're used to this. Am not, what's going on? You won't understand what's going on either way. I'm not sure if I know how to pronounce this. Let's see. Putanjina mo babae ka e bui e ko yorepota. I don't know if I said that right. Gio's sudden change of tone and language caught you off guard. You aren't familiar with much malice in his tone. His arms now behind his back as you watch him enter the large spaceship. Bro, I'm an amateur at this language. Gago chakto gidko ambat pano nasya nakagwa. I gotta hit up my Filipino friends and figure out what the hell this means. Kung kinsa lung maka sabat unsa gina nkongko bahala kayu diha ayaw ko mag. Translate? Huh. Also, if you notice me not change an expression, gi kapoi no. Hold on. He's caught me off guard here. Gi kakpoi na kopre, kamo naman drawing by. You have no idea why she stared at a wall, as if she were talking to an audience member. Maybe it's an alien thing. Finally noticing your dumbfounded look, she gives you a sweet smile. Congratulations, Lion! You've unlocked all the endings for this game. Sorry you have to see that. What you witnessed just now was an OOC, Geo. Oh my goodness. Out of character, Geo. He would never in his life say yes, let alone confess to someone. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. But worry not. The real one actually went home already. That is to say, you failed this year's Valentine's. Again. Wow, did she really need to remind you of that? You should go home before mobs will come and bully you. Huh? Jeez, if you've been keeping up with my last game, this world is filled with bad people. Also, there's a curfew, so get your ass home. Without wasting any more of her breath, the alien woman steps into the light, her form floating up and getting in the strange flying saucer before the ship flies away at the speed of light. Lion, there you are. Why didn't you send me a message? You hear the familiar voice of light approaching your still figure, your eyes still on where the flying saucer was. Hello, Earth the Lion, are you there? Huh? Oh. Light, can you do me a favor? Huh? Sure. Slap me. Well, why didn't you say so? Without warning, Light threw you the most painful slap you've ever felt across your face. Ow, you motherfucker, that hurts! Well, at least that's enough proof that you're not dreaming nor hallucinating. Let's go home? Yeah. Whatever happened just now, you don't want to question it anymore. You practically gave up trying to chase down Geo at this point. The idea of being unable to confess your feelings to the lone wolf puts you down a bit, but maybe you'll have a better chance next year. Yeah, just keep your chin up, Lion. End. Creator's orders. This isn't supposed to be part of the script. That was one hell of an ending. You know, I figured that there was no way we were actually going to pull Geo, if you will, because I know that, well, first off, we all, people who have played or watched playthroughs of the Kid at the Back, that's just kind of not his thing, it seems. And I know the last time I played the Kid at the Back, the dev blatantly said in Geo's profile, like, romance is just not gonna happen. Apparently Geo was like widely requested amongst the fans, and that's just not what Geo is, I guess, meant for in the devs' overall objective of their story. So this was clearly an April Fool's joke, but I also think was kind of like a little joke to the people who desperately want to romance Geo, especially considering that final ending. But I did enjoy that. That was pretty lighthearted. I guess, I don't know if any of this is going to be like oddly canon. Well, maybe not canon. Maybe there'll be like a reference, like maybe in the next chapter of The Kid at the Back, you know, maybe Geo shows up with the black cat. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see, but I did enjoy that. That was definitely a bit more lighthearted in comparison to previous entries of The Kid at the Back, and I think that was a pretty good thing to have. Just good to have a little silly little thing here, and just in time for April Fool's Day. Well, if you did enjoy this video, go ahead and give it a like, leave a comment, share the video, perhaps even subscribe to the channel. And I will see you all in the next video. So have a good night.